Hail Internet, it's Matt here for Dorks on Sports with our World Cup coverage. Awesome. Here talking about the Final 8. But first, quick recap of how I did in the round of 16. I correctly predicted 6 of the 8 games. I missed out on Spain v. Russia, which is perhaps the most boring game in the history of the World Cup. Who knew that connecting 1,100 passes for Spain would be so incredibly boring, but it was. They never attempted to go into the opponent's penalty area. They just, oh, wow, that was awful. Anyway, and they lost to the host country, Russia. So I missed that one. I also missed the outcome of Switzerland v. Sweden. I thought the Swiss might have had it in them, but Sweden ended up winning a tight one, 1-0. Otherwise, I called everything. If you haven't watched the round of 16, and you're like, oh, what should I watch to catch up on the World Cup? Watch the second half of Japan v. Belgium. While Spain v. Russia was maybe the worst moment in the World Cup, second half of Japan v. Belgium, the best moments by far. Is an amazing half of soccer. 5 goals scored. Japan was up 2-0 in the second half, ended up losing on practically the final kick of the game, 3-2, with an amazing counterattack by Belgium. Beautiful soccer. Mwah! That was worth everything. It was great. Beautiful, beautiful game. All right, that said, we're down to 8 teams. And I'm going to start with the easier games to talk about. You've got Croatia v. Russia. Now, Russia, I think, is on paper easily the worst team still alive. They're the 8th best of these 8 teams. Now, they're playing at home. They obviously got past Spain that way. I think their luck runs out, and I think Croatia finally puts Russia out of the tournament. Croatia beats Russia. Also on that side of the bracket, you've got England v. Sweden. Boy, I could see this going either way, but I like England is on a high. They just won their first penalty kick shootout in forever, and they think they can. They have belief, so I think they're going to take that through to the next round, and I think they have better offensive capabilities than Sweden does. So England beats Sweden. The other side of the bracket have some tough games. You've got Uruguay v. France. Very tough game, but I think there's an injury that's going to impact this game, and that is Cavani for Uruguay. Cavani scored both goals in the round of 16 game for Uruguay. I think he's out. So I'm going to go with France beating Uruguay in this game, and that leaves a game that could be the final, frankly. And here it is in the quarters. It's Brazil versus Belgium. Man, I've gone back and forth on this. If I'd have done this thing a couple of days ago, I probably would have gone with Belgium. But thinking about, even though it was an amazing comeback versus Japan, the fact that they got down 2 goals to Japan in the second half. Also, despite scoring 5 goals against Tunisia, they gave up 2 goals against Tunisia. So they'd given up 2 goals against Tunisia and Japan, two middle-of-the-road teams. I think Brazil's going to score on them. And Brazil's defense has looked great. So I think Brazil is going to score more than Belgium will and win this battle of titans. So for my final 4, that means I've got France playing Brazil, great game, and England playing Croatia. Might as well finish this off. My predictions, assuming I'm right on all 4 games. I'm going to go with Brazil beats France in the semis to get to the final. And I think England beats Croatia to set up a Brazil v. England final. Europe versus South America. And I'm going to go with Brazil having the talent to pull this out. Breaking English hearts to win it all. But there you go. That is my World Cup update. Dorks on Sports. Thanks, everybody. We're going to be back later next week talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp and also more Luke Cage. Bye, everybody.